Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Good evening, Clark County. It's Tuesday. I'm Jacob Graneman. Let's take a look at our top stories for today. Hopes of Clark County schools being able to transition out of fully online learning anytime soon may have suffered a setback after recent increases in COVID-19 cases pushed the county back into the high-risk category today. 36 new cases since yesterday brings our total to 3,206, but more importantly, the recent rate of infections rose past 76 per 100,000 residents in the past 2 weeks. Clark County Public Health Officer Dr. Alan Melnick had said he wanted to see the rate stay in the moderate risk range for 3 weeks after the Labor Day weekend before recommending that schools could begin to transition to hybrid learning models. As of today, there are 163 active cases with 28 confirmed cases and 5 suspected cases in Clark County hospitals. Today's news comes after Woodland Public Schools announced this week it was fully closing 2 elementary schools due to confirmed cases in 2 staff members. Columbia and North Fork elementary schools were closed and a deep cleaning was done yesterday and today. The district also said it was pushing back its planned September 28th date to begin transitioning elementary school students to a hybrid approach, with no new date set currently. No news is likely good news when it comes to the Big Hollow fire burning southeast of Cougar. The fire incident management team was pulled out Monday, leaving 2 smaller Type 3 fire teams to keep an eye on the wildfire, which burned nearly 25,000 acres in the Gifford-Pinchot National Forest. There was no update posted today. Rain in the forecast today through Thursday is expected to largely finish off the fire. Reportedly, no buildings were lost in that fire. Speaking of fire, it has been well over 100 years, but the 250,000 acres and 38 lives lost in the Yakult Burn fire of September 1902 have stark parallels and eerie similarities to today. In an effort to better understand the present by studying the past, we at Clark County Today are working on a deep dive into the history of the most devastating wildland fires in our community's history. The Yakult Burn is perhaps the most notable of these since it set a precedent of the worst wildfire in the region until the Okanagan Fire of 2014. The fire, which burned throughout northeastern Clark County as well as Cowlitz and Skamania counties and several communities in Oregon, was fueled by unusual dry winds from the east and the beginning of an era of forest mismanagement, similar to earlier this month. When all was said and done, the fire lasted only 3 days but caused enough damage to cost almost $1 billion in today's money. With help from the North Clark Historical Museum, the Clark County Historical Society, and Washington State University, we have been able to look at interviews from those who were there at the time and witnessed the fire firsthand. At the time of the burn, the state of Washington saw another 400,000 acres of timber consumed by fires at the same time. The Yakult Burn was finally stopped by severe rains. To learn more about the history of the Yakult Burn and wildland fires in Clark County, check back soon for the full story. A 7-member task force formed late last year to look into increasing diversity on the Vancouver City Council gave an update on their work at last night's council meeting. The group was formed following a city charter review process last year, which found diversity on the city council to be sorely lacking. Currently, all 7 council members are white homeowners in a city where 27% of the population doesn't identify as Caucasian and nearly half of people rent. Among the potential solutions discussed last night are creating council districts, increasing the number of council members, better incorporation of neighborhood associations, and even ranked choice voting. The task force will create a list of recommended solutions before the end of the year, with a final presentation to the council scheduled for December 21st. Thunderstorms rolled through the region early last Friday morning, bringing heavy rains, winds, and lightning to the area. The 3 to 4 a.m. storm woke many people up as it dumped a couple inches of rain into various Clark County neighborhoods in a very short time. Adams Street Bar and Grill in Camas was especially hard hit. Lackmus Magazine was able to capture some footage of the damage to the basement of the local pub. Storm drains became clogged very quickly, with water flooding city streets and overrunning sidewalks into buildings. Water ran down steps to the pub's basement door and ultimately ripped the door open, according to the pub owner, Greg Shelby. There was apparently waist-deep water in the basement, which destroyed a significant amount of the bar's supplies. The city of Camas also suffered water damage at City Hall, but hardest hit was the library, where 3 to 6 inches of water ran into the library's basement. The Clark County Arts Commission is busy with conductors and commissioners right now as they start the fall season. Maestro Salvador Brotons, music director of the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra, has been honored with Clark County Arts Commission's Lifetime Achievement Award for 2020. The announcement of Brotons' achievement was made Sunday, September 20th at the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra's Gala of 2020, celebrating Brotons' 30 years leading the orchestra. In addition to awards, the Commission is also conducting a search for 5 commissioners to fill 6 vacancies from Vancouver to Woodland. Candidates interested in applying for a vacancy in a municipality must apply through the mayor of their city, who will then forward a recommendation to Clark County Council for consideration of appointment. No high school football going on right now, so Paul Valencia caught up with a local football official who shared his story of the 7 games he officiated in the National Football League.
For more than 40 years, Bruce Hermanson has been officiating football games, the youth level, high school, college. Today, the Vancouver resident is the president of the Evergreen Football Officials Association. Of course, there's no high school football right now, but 8 years ago, he made it to the biggest stage of his profession. For 7 games, he was an NFL referee. Recently, he shared some of his memories.
Well, I looked at this NFL experience as just an opportunity of a lifetime, something I'd probably never ever be able to achieve if I had been able to climb through that ladder, because so few people do. So it was just a great experience. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. And it just took my whole officiating career from little kids up to the highest level. And I could actually tell people I've worked at every level of the game and been able to experience the camaraderie and to get to meet so many new people that it's just been a wonderful experience, and I would do it again right away if I could.
To read more of Bruce's memories from his time in the NFL, check out our story on clarkcountytoday.com. Well, there's a quick check of the stories we're following for you at clarkcountytoday.com. Be sure to follow us on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube to see when stories are posted and be part of the conversation. Send us your story ideas too. We want your feedback. Our email is news@clarkcountytoday.com. I'm Jacob Graneman. From all of us, thanks for watching. Have an excellent evening, and we'll see you again tomorrow.